into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing these and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
No practice needed,
Nope.
Tony. You just hit that note like you never missed a beat.
No vocal warm-ups or anything.
Not at all. Me. Like Lady Gaga in the Oscars.
Oh, you got it. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's reclap. Yeah, that felt good. Of America's most favorite and controversial dance show, Dance Moms After Show.
Yay!
So if you haven't already done so, please go to youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV and subscribe to our channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Check us out on SoundCloud and iTunes. Leave a comment below.
A good comment.
A good comment. Tweet us at ABTV Dance Moms, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Yes, hashtag.
Join the
And
convo.
Yes.
yeah, like you love to do.
Yes.
Most of you. So, hello, everyone. I'm Candice Camacho, your host. And I'm followed by
Ladies
some.
first.
Hi, everyone. My name is Christy Olson. Tweet me at Christy Reports, please.
And look who's back, everybody. It's
Yay!
me, Tony Moore. You can tweet me at Lounging with Tony.
Tony, the fans will be very happy that you're back.
Yes.
They've been
Well,
wanting
love there.
you.
I know, and I still read the comments, and a lot of fans have asked where I've been and where Francisco has been. So we all know Francisco is in Japan. Konnichiwa. I don't know if that's hello, but that's the only one that I know. As far as me, though, I decided to take a little break from Dance Moms. When I first started on this panel, I started with Giselle, Jason, and Chris Conjero, and our fans were nice back then, to put it mildly. We loved our interaction with them. We loved the fact that they would correct us because sometimes we made mistakes on the ages and things like that, and it's always good to hear opinions and comments, and I think over the seasons, there has been a change in the comments and some of the things that are being said, and they are a little more negative than what I'm used to. So I decided to take a little break in hopes that the original fans that started off on this journey with me will come back and be a little more positive. Like, we realize that this is a very interesting show, and there's a lot going on, but I would like for fans to be a little more engaging as far as what they thought about the show, correcting us when we're wrong, giving their opinions about the show and things like that. And I don't want to see, the fans making bad comments about you guys, about us, about me, about each other.
Makes us sad.
Yeah,
Seriously.
We're at the end of the day, we're still human. So, we love positive feedback. We can take the negative punches, but after a while, it kind of wears on us. So, I'm hoping that those fans come back and realize that we're doing the very best that we can when it comes to this show. So, yeah, that was Tony's moment.
Yes, Tony.
Thank you for that, Tony. We appreciate it.
No
Yes.
problem. I just want the positivity back
Okay.
that we started with. So.
And we do love interacting with you guys when it's about
We
the
do.
show and hearing your opinions, and that's so
Yes.
much fun, and that's why
Yes.
we want the focus to be on that.
And we just don't want to see you guys going after each other, going
Yes,
after us,
us.
things like that.
Yeah.
So let's
Keep it positive.
let's keep it cute
Yeah. Keep
before before I have to go on there and get an emoji with a seat and start leaving replies for people to take several.
Take several. So, okay. Well, thank you. It's really good to have you back.
Yay!
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Well, but yeah, we don't know. You might be here.
I'm just, I fill in when you guys need a third.
Yeah.
I haven't completely abandoned ship, but I feel
Yeah.
like if you need someone to come in, I will come in and give my opinions about our show.
We appreciate that because Miss Lexi has moved on. She has...
She got a new JOB, y'all.
She got a JOB.
Yeah, she got to keep those coins coming in.
Yeah, so shout out to you, Lexi. If you're watching, we'll miss you, but we wish you well. So,
Yes.
And
at my old job, we used to wish them well in their future endeavors.
Oh, so fancy.
She's got an endeavor.
Yes.
And then we're going to have another host in the next couple of weeks join us. So
JJ Snyder, shout out to her.
Yeah, we're excited to have her join our panel. So
Yes.
we're just excited to have a panel every week, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That hot discussion.
yeah,
going.
we're trying to climb up the mountain. So, things happen, people get the flu, people get sick.
Just to let you know, people in the chat roll, they wanted to let you know that, Tony, you've been missed.
Oh, I miss you guys too.
That's
Hi, everyone.
awesome.
Shout out to the fans out there. I miss you guys. And if you miss me, tweet me. I'll reply.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yes.
let's get the episode started.
Yes.
All right. It's called The Wild Wild West Part 2. We're in season 5, episode 8. The girls are still in Los
This is
Angeles.
only the 8th episode? Y'all know we got about 40 more, right?
I'm ready.
Yeah, we're ready. So the girls are still in Los Angeles. That's where we left off, and it's a pretty intense week. Not only are they've got the competition with 2 duets and 2 numbers, but they're also in the middle of shooting this music video. And it's really cool. The Maddie B, the YouTube star, has got 1 billion views on YouTube. They've auditioned, they've all got parts, and little Mackenzie has gotten the lead role singing in the video. But her mom, Melissa, has already signed the contract for her to just appear in the video.
Right.
Which is a problem because Maddie needs to be billed as a feature artist, which I completely agree.
I agree too. I think that when you are, an artist in your own right, and especially if she's coming on with a singing part, this is not just an appearance. Like if she was just appearing in the video as a lead girl and Abby was, causing this commotion, then I agree. It's like, have a seat, she's cute in the video, just let her be in the video. But the fact that she has a singing part along with this lead, then I would definitely fight for more than just an appearance in the video.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the music producer said that she couldn't do this right away. And so, remember at the very beginning of the last week's episode when this all came up, he had shut it down right away at the beginning. So I wasn't surprised when this sort of went sour the way that it did this week.
Yeah. But as I said last week, Abby should have been there, at the start of the shoot. And then Melissa should have known at this point. And I really feel like that must have been scripted or something. They must have told her to sign because at this point, being on set with Sia and all of these huge stars, I just feel like she would know to not sign something at this point.
Right.
So.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I also feel like all of that should have been worked out before they even stepped foot on set.
Yes.
It absolutely should have.
All of that should have been taken care of so that way there wasn't this issue once you're on set. But I also kind of agree with Holly when she was like, we teach these kids to be professional, to honor their word, and if they just leave, then we're not doing that. And
Right.
I agree with that. You have to be professional in this industry, and sometimes you do have to bite the bullet. So when it came to Mackenzie, if Abby decided to pull Mackenzie, I understand that because that is a totally different situation. But then for other kids to follow seemed a little unprofessional to me.
Right.
Yeah, she said she was telling Holly and the other moms that we are a team, but we're not a team in this scenario where
Right.
individuals casted for different roles.
Right, and there's a lot of times when the other girls get individual opportunities that we see all the time, and Abby doesn't have a problem with that. She doesn't turn it down and say, well, no, we're a team, and if everyone can't do it, then Maddie can't do it either.
Yeah.
So I thought that was sort of an interesting change of viewpoint from Abby.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She's never like been so team oriented before. This is like a different card that she throws out onto the table.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, Abby wants to pull the plug. The producer pulls Melissa over, and Melissa talks about that the fact that she didn't know that what she was signing. I just signed. Even though I don't believe that. I'm starting to think that the only thing real in this show is the dancing.
Yes.
And everything else is just.
And see, that's the thing people don't realize is that
Yeah.
like a lot of these things, but we've actually had Abby on the show explain that like producers are feeding things into the ears of the moms, and this is what's supposed to happen or whatever. But when it comes to even just this YouTube thing, for many who don't know, like YouTube, you make money off of your channel. So if this kid has 1 billion views, he's racking in some coins.
Yes.
So for you to sign a piece of paper that says, "Oh yeah, boo, you can appear in the video,"
Right.
you better show me $1 or $2 too, or ice cream
$1 or
sandwich or
$2.
something. You know what I mean? Like, so I get that, but still at the same time, I think that even though they had that tier of different positions and parts for the girls, I think just pulling Mackenzie out would have been fine, but to pull everyone out,
Yeah.
that's not cute.
To pull everyone out was just fuel to the fire,
Yeah.
and just really, really unnecessary, because Holly kept saying, she said it so many times, what does this change about the dancing?
Yeah.
It changes absolutely nothing. And I completely side with Holly. I would have been upset too.
And I was kind of glad to see reasonable Holly come back. She's been so
Yeah.
under the
Instead of
collar
Haliqua?
lately.
Haliqua.
She's been very wound up lately, ever since they hit LA. And I always enjoyed before that she was sort of the voice of reason and always presented her point of view very maturely, and you could sort of listen to what she had to say and be like, oh, right, that makes sense. And she had kind of thrown that out the window lately. So I was glad to see her take a breath and present her standpoint.
And Dr. Holly
from the right way. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Dr.
Yes.
Holly is back.
Yes.
So Jill and Melissa end up siding with Abby and leaving, and then the rest of the girls, JoJo ends up doing the video, Kalani
And Nia.
Well, Jill and Kendall didn't really have anything to lose. Kendall didn't have a huge position in the video anyway, so they definitely had a better decision to go with Abby, because there's more consequences of ticking Abby off than there was for Kendall to not be in the background of this video.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised about that. And I think it ended up all working out perfectly, because this way Abby didn't have to pull everyone out and get that reputation that she pulled people out, but her girls still did the right thing, and again with the maybe a little bit of scripted here and there.
Right.
I still don't understand how, maybe you can speak to this a little bit, they kept talking about this voice part, this singing part, but that hadn't been recorded yet. And when you
Right.
do a music video, you already have the vocal track.
Right.
They can't go back and match it to her mouth, right?
So
What
it
do you
just
say
makes
about
no
that? I'm wondering
sense.
what you were
Yeah.
thinking.
No sense.
No, it makes no sense, because just as I said, all of this would have been figured out before the shoot even happened.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that part would have been recorded. They would have figured out what billing Mackenzie would have gotten, or the lead girl. Like a lot of those decisions would have been made the day before. Like who got the lead, for them to arrive on set and not know
That was so
Yeah.
weird.
what they were gonna play
Yeah.
was a little weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, all that would have been figured out way before. Yeah.
Sorry to break it to you.
I thought it was funny to hear Mackenzie in the background, like being
Yes.
upset, and I was having so much fun.
so
And
cute, man.
yeah, it was almost like they told her to say that, though, because that's like so out of her character. But I mean, sometimes we don't even know their character, you
Yeah.
know?
Right, from the little we see of them.
Yeah. So
I mean, in
Hey,
my
can I pause you guys real quick and
Yeah.
ask a
course.
question from the YouTubers?
yeah, we'll take it.
All right, so a guy named Joseph Boza
Hey, Joseph.
is asking if you guys think that Abby really went to LA to exposure for the team to the real world, or for Lifetime to get new moms for the show.
Ooh.
Well, we didn't see any LA moms.
No,
Oh, so like maybe they're doing like a Dance Moms LA?
Well, they're having auditions.
Are they really?
That's right. You
Yeah.
had some good inside scoop on that last week.
And we've even seen like the questionnaire that potential candidates get, like you know, which dance mom are you most like? Why do you want to be on the show? You think you could handle Abby?
Well, you know what? I think that would make sense. Like if you're going to be featured in a new city and have a new studio, you wouldn't bring the same people from Pittsburgh.
Right.
You may bring some, but there's going to be some new people sprinkled in as well. So,
And it makes sense that kind of answers to where has Abby been. She can't say, oh, I'm off casting my other show or my spinoff or the next season or whatever it is.
Right.
But she can be disappeared off doing that.
so maybe it was Joseph, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Joseph.
Shout out.
Thank you.
Joseph.
I don't know why I do this all the time.
Yeah.
That's my new thing.
Is it girl power or peace?
Peace.
Oh, okay.
It's like, peace. What up? Howdy. How you doing? Have a seat.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay, moving on. All right. I did want to touch on that Nia, she says that, and I thought that this was so sad, but she's like, I just don't want to be tortured by Abby.
Yeah.
And then you see her in, you know, later on, and she's like, she's not going to be happy, but I'm doing it anyway. Yeah, so I like that.
It was cute how JoJo chimed in, and usually JoJo should probably not chime in so much, but that was really cute how she was like, I can't be tortured alone.
Let's be tortured
Kind of grabbed her
together.
and was like, you know what, let's go do this.
Let's be
That was
tortured together.
A cute little JoJo moment instead of an obnoxious little JoJo moment.
Right, and then we have a pep talk with between Holly and Nia in the car.
Yeah.
And she's basically saying, look, I don't know how Abby's going to react. We're going to just kind of plead the fifth and kind of try to blend in. I'm not going to say anything about the video.
Yeah.
Just concentrate on your dancing. You're here to dance. The girls need you. You deserve this spot. So just, you know.
Push out the negativity.
Push out the, exactly.
And keep your chin up.
And be
kinda
positive.
nice. Yeah.
She's like, my chin is up. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And she could probably see, too, what Abby ended up deciding was that she wasn't going to go and scrap any dances over this and start over again. So Holly knows if she just kept a low profile, that everything would be okay.
Yeah,
Well,
and I think like maybe Holly at this point, she's like, that woman is going to be probably upset. If she's not upset about one thing, she's probably going to be upset about another. So just put my best foot forward, do what feels right, and let the cards fall where they may.
Yeah. Yeah. But as she also stated, Abby never forgets.
That's right. She doesn't. No.
We're going to see that next week, I think.
Right?
Okay, so we get to rehearsal, and you're just reiterating what she says next, that everybody should know better, shouldn't be going behind my back. Not surprised at that.
Right.
She said normally she wouldn't even let Nia, JoJo, or Kalani show up, but since there's one day to the competition, there's nothing that she can do. So game on for these couple numbers. We've got 2 duets, we've got 2 feuds. JoJo and Mackenzie as Lucy and Ethel, and Kalani and Sarah as Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya, which I just
Still get such a kick out of that.
I know.
And when
Creative.
It's very creative. When they presented those duets, my first thought was the demographic for this show is kind of young, so I don't know if people are very familiar with
Either one of those
Lucy and Ethel
combinations.
or Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding.
Yeah, that was it just made no sense to me, those combinations.
Yeah. I mean,
why has that story died off so quick? That whole Nancy Tanya thing was pretty juicy.
It
That should be
was.
something that gets referenced in pop culture quite often.
Oh,
yeah.
It doesn't.
the crazy lady who clubbed the other lady in the knee.
Because she wanted to win
a
so
figure
bad.
skating. I mean, come on. Like, who does that?
Olympians.
Yeah. Cray cray. She's on that cray cray juice.
Okay, so then we cut in. So then we've got the whole feuding between the moms that come up next. And
Speaking of cray cray.
yeah, I mean, it is very clear that Tracy is out for that spot that Kira has, and I'm gonna have to say that my opinion with Kira actually saying in the beginning, like, your daughter is nothing. She couldn't win in Arizona. How could she win here? That was really wrong of Kira. But then 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Right. Well,
Right.
Here's the thing. New moms who come in need to be just that. New moms that come in. You should not be gunning for a spot that soon after you arrive with the ALDC. You should be appreciative at the fact that your child has an opportunity to dance with the ALDC. You show up, you show out, and if you don't go home, be grateful. Like, you don't come after someone else and someone else's child for that spot. Like, I feel like the new moms do way too much. They come in with all this, like,
expectance.
Oh, I'm going to get you, and I'm after you and your child because I want to be on the permanent spot. Well, you can't be on the permanent spot with that attitude.
Right. And I
You
feel
can be permanently at your house watching the
the
Abby Lee
show.
Dance Company on Lifetime at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays.
It's almost like they think the more drama that they bring up, the more likely that they are to be cast on the show.
Right, and we know the producers are putting that in their ear.
Yeah, of
but
course.
I thought that sort of the most interesting thing that Tracy said was she talked about what it did to Sarah last time. They had their kind of roundabout on this show and with the ALDC. And I just thought, I just keep getting this like glaring, it's always in the back of my mind as I watch the show, then why are you there? If this is not a good thing for your child, then why did you bring her back?
Exposure.
Yeah.
Obviously, that means more to you,
Listen,
so don't sit there and complain about how your daughter felt bad.
Everybody's
you're still
trying
doing
to
it
be in the
her.
next Sia video, including me.
Hey, you got a pretty good chance, I feel like.
mean, I'm ready. I can swing from a chandelier.
Well, Kira gives Sarah like a very like insincere compliment. That Sarah is a beautiful dancer, and then that's when Tracy starts in on everything, almost crying, like it's so hard, to think that you're genuine and all this and that. Like, sometimes I'm like, I just wish that the moms would just stop talking, but then we wouldn't have a show, would
But
we?
then we got some pretty juicy stuff out of Ashley, so I'm kind of glad that she didn't stop talking.
That's
Right.
For those of you who don't know what Ashley was doing, that's called tea spilling.
Tea spilling?
That's called tea spilling. You can't. That's telling somebody else's business.
Yeah.
You call it spilling the tea.
Spilling
you
the tea.
Spill somebody else's tea. That's rude. You can't do that.
No.
You have to be Southern-like and keep stuff in your house.
You got to be polite.
You might get burned.
Yeah, exactly.
She was majorly like hitting below the belt. Like
Way
that's
below
like
the belt.
like
Way down here.
Yeah, to bring up Kira's son and this and that and saying these things like, moms have so much guilt as it is, but that was just really
She claimed that
absurd.
Tracy helped raise Kalani.
Yeah, what was that
Because
about?
Kira was off with her boyfriend. That's a pretty wild
That's
accusation.
wild. Yeah,
Not as
over the top.
serious as what we heard later, but
You can't go on national TV airing somebody's dirty laundry out. You can't do that. That's rude.
And it makes us dislike them more. We don't dislike Kira all of a sudden because we found out this new information.
Yeah.
We dislike them for being so hateful.
right.
Well, I don't want to speak for everybody, but
No, it's fine.
And when they do give these little tidbits, I know we shouldn't want more because it's awful that she even said that,
Yeah.
but it just brings up more questions for me. Again, I'm just like, well, wait, so where is the son? And
Nancy
what do you
Drew
mean,
over here.
boyfriend? And,
well,
She's on the
you
case.
said
more juicy juice.
right. You said that on her Facebook. Her son is
Yes, Kira has a very deliberate post at the top of her Facebook from just a day or two ago, a video of her son playing baseball, and that she was there, a couple different videos, and really it seemed as if she was trying to say, hey, here I am with Jax, I think his name
Yeah.
is, and here I am being a mom, I'm
Yeah.
there watching the baseball game,
That
so...
says, hey, y'all, before you tune into the episode tomorrow, just to let you know, I'm a good mom.
Yeah, that's
Refer
like
to Facebook.
a line that's a line like I just would never want to cross with anyone.
You never talk about politics, religion, or someone's family, and especially their mama.
Especially their mom. So we've got a couple dances here. We've got the Sad Clown Dance, No Laughing Matter with Kalani, Sarah, Bruna, McKenzie. And we've also got the Moulin Rouge with Nia, JoJo, Kendall, McKenzie. Maddie is on set this week with Austin.
On Austin and Allie.
Yes, good for her.
Yes.
So two dances, clearly very different choreo as we see kind of like the showcase with the moms. So, your opinion?
I still don't get how people say, oh, this group got better choreography. I feel like it's a slap in the face to the person who choreographed it because there was a guest choreographer for Moulin Rouge. So for people to say, oh, the clown group got better choreography than the Moulin Rouge group, it's almost saying like, you didn't hire a choreographer good enough to give us great choreography for our number.
But isn't there some weight to the argument that if a dance is more intricate or has more tricks, it's worth more points? I kind of thought that the clown dance seemed a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to do it. If you can choreograph a beautiful, this, that, and other, and jumps and flips and all that kind of stuff, but can the people you're giving that choreography to actually execute it?
Yeah.
And we all know that JoJo, episodes ago, was given a lyrical and couldn't do it.
That's true.
Yeah.
So would we want to see her in the Sad Clowns?
No. No, she wouldn't have been able to keep up with that. They couldn't have anyway, but...
Yeah.
I'm just kind of surprised to hear you say that. I really thought that there was a big difference between the dances.
I did too.
And one seemed like the clown dance kind of seemed like a winner to me, and the Moulin Rouge sort of seemed like a filler.
Yeah.
Because it's I feel like it's two different styles. So with that style with the Sad Clowns, yes, there's beautiful lines and extensions and this, that, and that. And the Moulin Rouge one is a little more sassy, a little more jazzy, a little more I just can hear the fans going, they can have better choreography for jazz. And it's true, but you have to realize it's a group. And if everyone in the group can't do certain moves and certain things, I'm not saying that you have to dumb it down, but you have to be able to make sure you have choreography that's suitable for the group.
For everyone.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I disagree. I mean, I know that they did have a guest choreographer, but I feel like the tricks and different things were completely different for the groups. Like when I was watching the Mulan, I felt like that was for, beginning kids, and there wasn't anything advanced. And even though like the girls in the Mulan, maybe they don't have the lines of the girls in the Sad Clown dance, but I mean they've all done the same dances before.
Yeah.
So I really think the talent is there for them to have gotten greater choreography, and that's the disadvantage to working with a guest choreographer, is because they don't know the kids. And that's what Jill had been saying, like our girls got the short end of the stick because they're working with this guest choreographer who doesn't know us and know our abilities. So
then maybe it's not then having better choreography, then it's just the choreographer's vision.
Well, it wasn't my vision.
Right. I mean, because that's how I kind of feel.
You could see on Abby's face as she was watching the
She
Sad
liked
Clown
it.
dance that she thought it was a winner, that she really loved it.
But then,
and you didn't really
Gianna
see as
do
much
that one?
passion with her
Yes.
when she was watching the Moulin Rouge dance. It sort of felt like she had picked her winner and was making sure that they were the winner.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are now at the competition.
We got there so quick.
We're just traveling through.
And Abby opens up this part, and she's talking about that she congratulates Maddie on her guest role for Austin and Allie, and she's gushing over her, and I feel like that gush is earned. Like, I don't feel like she was, like, overstepping. She did have a great role in a movie. Give credit where credit's due.
Right.
Boom.
Right.
So then we move into
Can I ask you guys a question before we move on?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Maddie for a second.
Okay.
Like, how do you guys feel about Maddie getting all of these opportunities? Do you think that Abby is kind of putting her at the forefront and saying, like, choose Maddie, choose Maddie, choose Maddie? Or are people calling in and saying, we want Maddie?
I think Abby always had the most faith in Maddie, and now it's almost too far gone. Now Maddie's resume is so much beefier than the other girls that now it's almost like the rest of them don't stand a chance next to her.
Yeah. She's always put her in the forefront. She's always, always episode after episode favored her and praised her and looked like Maddie and, just beaten those other girls down. She does put her in the forefront, but she does train a lot. I'm not going to say, anything about that, but she does train quite a bit. So I think she does have an advantage. And a lot of the fans out there are really upset with that too, that she does have like that type of advantage.
Well, Maddie's success is definitely well earned.
Yeah.
But I think the other girls have earned some similar opportunities as well. I would like to see them be able to carry those out. But that's all coming down the line, too. We got to be patient. And with Maddie getting all these huge gigs, that's what has put them all on the map. Yeah. So now they can all release a single and have a music video, and everyone's interested in all of them.
But I think when they were all here, I'm sorry you guys weren't here.
Yeah,
when they were all here. But I think, I think they all have great opportunities coming up.
I think so too.
And I think that just with Maddie in particular, I just think that the Sia video is what really enabled the world to see this talented little girl and what she can do. And I mean, unfortunately, that's what happens in this industry. When people see that there's a need and a want, then people need and want that more. That's just like, us as hosts. We're all very talented hosts and things like that, and we all have, other things going on, but there are other people who are similar, who have more views and more this and more that, and people are like, oh, we want that rather than that. So
I hear that.
that's just Tony's tidbit.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like the star of The More You Know should just keep going over my head.
Up and over.
Dun, 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 with Katy Perry at the end of it.
okay, well, back to the show.
We'll work on getting one of those
We'll
graphics.
work on getting that next time. Yeah. I think it's funny how Jesselyn pipes up and says, I'm not really concerned with Abby. I want to know what she's going to do with JoJo and what opportunities JoJo is going to have. And so, I mean,
Everybody's worried about their child.
yeah. Well, we do. We do. We want our,
You want your children to succeed, and that makes sense. But I mean, this is the platform. Every child who's featured on Dance Moms has this platform in hopes that other people will see how talented they are and get those opportunities as well.
Sometimes I wonder how much they want the platform for their daughters and how much they want it for themselves.
They want it for them too.
I think some of them more for themselves than
definitely
for the kids.
Yeah. Tracy kept saying that Kira didn't deserve this spot. I mean, she said that at least once, but I'm like, it's not Kira's spot, it's Kalani's spot.
Right.
So I was like,
Kira just comes with Kalani.
So that was irritating, but so Abby pipes up and she's like, sometimes I love her, sometimes she's great, sometimes she's annoying. And she gives an analogy of poor JoJo being in a funeral home and that she wouldn't have any social skills. And I actually agree with Abby in that, because I feel like that's exactly how she would act, and I feel like she would be disrespectful in a funeral home, and I don't think she would even pick up on people crying and the sadness of that type of scenario.
Yeah, when Abby said that JoJo is not socially aware, I thought that was a great way of putting it. Sometimes she says things a lot more bluntly, and that can maybe be taken as an insult, but that was just really a good observation, and I think a true one. And when you're someone like JoJo who has all the attention on you all the time from her mother, of course you're going to think the world revolves around you. And if you think a funeral's a party, then it's going to be a party because you decided it was a party.
What they need is a girl party.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And then Abby compares Sarah to Kalani and is talking about the lack thereof turnout and technique. So the reason I'm bringing that up is because one of the girls is not coming to Pittsburgh. So Bryn, Sarah, or JoJo. So one of those three is not coming. So we gotta see who's coming.
Well, and what you were saying about Tracy said that it's Kira's spot, and Tracy actually said Kira does not deserve this opportunity. And again, it's about the girls, and all the girls have worked hard, and they all deserve I hate saying even the word opportunity because they say it so many times on this show.
Well, yeah.
Like 100 times an episode, but they all deserve the opportunity.
Yeah. And then, Tracy, she even goes on to say that Kira has no loyalty, Kira manipulates, and it's like, it's not up to, first of all, who cares if she, it's not, it shouldn't be about Kira manipulating and Kira's, social preferences with her boyfriend or whatever. It's just about the dancing. That's what it should be about. But then it becomes about, these crazy moms who make, themselves look like idiots.
I guess then it would be just called dance kids, right? Instead of dance moms.
Yeah. So this is when Tracy accuses Kira of the credit card fraud.
Again, spilling tea. You can't do that to people. You can't air out dirty laundry like that.
Yeah,
you guys can't go back and forth about It's an opportunity. And the decision ultimately comes down to Abby as far as who she thinks is the best fit for the group. And you exposing someone's past or arrest records or whatever is not going to secure you a spot. Just makes you look crazy and desperate.
And insecure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy, desperate.
And also, mind you, it is not up to the moms. It is up to the kids because they're the ones that are dancing. I would like to see one of the moms get up there and do a turnout split leap
that would be so good.
into a death drop.
Right.
I would love that.
So, I mean, I wasn't even going to, like, access that information, but I can't believe that Jessalyn actually, like, pulls it all up on her phone and is, you know, reading it basically in front of her.
Nancy Drew,
In front of
Teen
all
Too
the
Much.
kids.
Yeah. And in front of all the kids. And then it kind of, her reaction kind of made me to believe that something like that did happen. But then I really didn't care because it's not about your personal things. This is just about your kid dancing.
Yeah.
I just...
Well, let me tell you, I scoured the internet today. Used Kira's name. I thought maybe her name at one point was Kira Hilliker because it's Kalani's last name.
Nancy Drew over here.
I looked for the boyfriend and the husband because she said something about, you don't know what I've been through. So it seemed like maybe she was trying to imply that someone had baited her into this behavior or something. So I scoured the Google.
Yeah.
The Google News.
What'd you
and
find?
Could nothing. Absolutely nothing. I tried Arizona and Mesa and the counties and I just...
Then that's
no
just
arrest
scripted.
record,
They're just made
nothing.
up.
You may need to be a part of the FBI.
Yeah.
I know, right?
You were doing some serious. You were doing some serious searching.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Trying to get the deets for you all.
Whenever I Google,
That's great research.
anytime I Google anyone, I just use their first and last name and the city they live in.
Yeah. And if you don't find it, then that's it.
Then I'm done. Like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go watch TV and eat a sandwich.
Nope, I tried.
Yeah.
Wasn't there.
Kudos to you on that.
Thanks.
So Abby was just unfazed by all of this going on.
Shockingly unfazed.
Yeah, and she just kind of like sat there and watched and let Kira know that everybody's replaceable, something that we've heard a million times, and she just was like kind of like stone faced, like.
She didn't stop these moms from airing each other's dirty laundry, but the
Yeah.
second Kira dropped an F-bomb.
Sorry.
Your phone is loud.
I know. Sorry. Well, my nail is too long. Can you?
Yeah. You know what?
We gotta help each other out here.
Abby's face wasn't glaring. That was the face of ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
Did I press it?
Did you push it? No.
Well, yeah, and then as
Get
soon
your
as
nail
Kira
in
dropped the
there.
F-bomb,
There you
then
go.
Abby
Thank
had
you.
a problem
You're
with it.
Whatever.
Then she shut them down once Kira swore.
Oh,
We
right.
can't have that.
No, we can't have that.
Arrest records are okay in front of the kids.
But
Curse
no
words
cussing.
are a no-no.
Right. Okay, so we've got our duets coming up. Nancy and Tanya duo are together, aka Sarah and Kalani.
Yes.
So what'd you guys think of that?
I actually thought the duet was amazing. I thought I really enjoyed it. I got it. I understood it. I got who they were. My eye did go to Kalani.
Yes.
Because I think she just danced so beautifully, and my eye just automatically went to her. But I thought overall that it was strong, and I enjoyed it. And kudos to bringing the puffy sleeves back in the
Yeah,
figure
right?
skating.
I know, that was like
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Abby dug into the back of her closet and
Yeah, to that.
had those dance outfits
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
But I kind of thought that Sarah seemed overwhelmed a little bit, that Kalani stood out more than Sarah did, and that Sarah almost didn't bring quite as much. She did a great job,
Yeah.
but she didn't bring quite as much passion behind that role of being Tanya in the facial expressions and just in her movements. I just didn't feel that anger and the jealousy. You know, Abby is all about the theatrics.
Yes.
And I just didn't feel like Sarah, although a beautiful dancer and danced the dance beautifully, didn't quite give me that Tanya Harding.
Yeah, I don't think she has like the experience with the acting, or it hasn't been like beat into her head like the other girls so much.
About the facials and all that.
Yeah, I loved it too. I just beautiful lines, beautiful feet, and Kalani's she's a gorgeous dancer. So I really enjoyed it. I got the story, and I love Kalani's confidence when she dances.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. And then we've got Lucy and Ethel, Jessalyn and Mackenzie.
Oh my God.
Zombie
If-
Lucy and Ethel, apparently. Were they supposed to be dead? I didn't quite get
Yeah,
the
it
gray
was
and
just-
white.
Well, what does that have to do with anything.
I mean, you gotta see some bright red hair to get Lucy.
yeah,
You know?
I didn't get it.
I also felt like they both had the same hairstyle, like the hair, like kind of in the bun with the thing here, and Lucy had that, but Ethel had more of the side swoop that went out. So
Yeah, a little older school.
yeah. So yeah, I also thought it was a little weird too that you couldn't differentiate who was Lucy.
Yeah.
You know why? Maybe.
Why? Did you
I wonder. I just thought about this. What if it's like a TV thing?
Oh, like they're black and white.
No. Like not black and white, but if maybe that too. But also maybe if it's like a trademark thing. You know what I mean?
They couldn't do the red hair and all that.
like they couldn't.
Oh, maybe.
Because you know how they can't use original music, obviously, on the show. That's why they use those like mixes. But maybe it's like a trademark kind of a thing where they couldn't really depict like an actual Lucy.
Maybe.
The
Actual
where pull
Ethel.
off the dress is directly from one specific episode.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
You know, and that's a very well-known thing. So that would be referencing it pretty
It was
closely.
It was just
Referencing-
odd.
Yes, but I think like the actual, it's kind of like if they decided to do like a Disney princess type of a
right.
thing. Like they couldn't depict Jasmine and Ariel and Pocahontas, and because those are all trademark
Characters.
and
Okay.
people. So maybe that's the same thing.
You might be right.
Yeah, you
Maybe.
might be. That's a good insight.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think about like how they finished the number, the music stops?
Music list.
Music list.
I will say I got nervous because I was like, JoJo's gonna mess up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. She did.
Keep cutting out anyway.
Exactly. Is that
Who's
like
running this?
Yeah.
And wasn't that early enough in the dance where they would stop it and start over again and give them the chance to do it?
Yeah, I would think so.
Or is it because the girls just kept going on that they didn't? I mean, they were just a few beats in at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like, in all fairness, if they keep going, yes. But I almost feel like they should be allowed to be brought back and perform it with the
Right.
music, because I feel like it affects it. You don't have the music and the feeling of, you just have
your adrenaline goes down.
you know.
They stayed together amazingly
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
not having the music.
Yeah,
But
because I think in that moment you just played in your head.
And I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
What's poor JoJo gonna do?
Go the wrong way like she did.
Yeah.
it wasn't a glaring mistake.
It
though.
wasn't a glaring mistake, but
Of course, to Abby,
yeah,
it is when you know the choreography.
and Abby got really upset at Jesalyn for coming to her daughter's rescue and being positive, and I think that's what mothers do. Is we're positive, and I love those.
There's a difference between being positive and saying something to be like, I know you noticed this, but what about this? To kind of deflect. 'Cause
Right. Well-
Abby was like, did you notice that JoJo went the wrong way? Nope, but I noticed the 7 pirouettes that she did.
Well, Tony, yes and no.
You weren't watching very closely,
Yeah.
Jesalyn.
Right. Yes and no, because I just think that I would have tried to like cover it up just like Jesalyn did and like talked about the good stuff first. And then, she's not.
But then acknowledge it and say, you know what? It looks like she did go the wrong way, but how about those pirouettes?
Well,
Because no director in Hollywood who hires these kids or
Right.
adults or anyone to do anything is going to be like, oh, you know what? You messed up a bunch, but that's okay because you also did well too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what Abby's trying to teach them is how to be in the biz.
That's right. Well, I mean, it was in the heat of the moment. She was probably just wanted to,
Secure that spot.
secure the spot, come to the rescue for her kid, and I was happy to see someone being positive, because she always gets so much negativity.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No laughing matter with the clown, the sad clown dance.
I
loved it.
I loved it too, but I actually liked it better during the showcase and not during the actual competition. They seem more together during the showcase,
It was a little off.
and
at
there
the
was a
competition.
moment where it got a little slappy, but then they got back together. But I feel like I liked the number better during the showcase than I did in the actual competition. But that's just me.
Okay. I thought it was a really neat concept, and I loved like all the different tricks in it, and the lines, and Mackenzie like coming out and doing her tricks. I thought, I mean, it wasn't perfect, I did see some mistakes, but I feel like at the same time they did have a lot in their favor.
And
Their
so much
look
more
was great.
entertaining than just your run-of-the-mill group dance.
It was very entertaining. Okay, so the Moulin Rouge.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I just was like, I was not a fan of basically anything. The choreography, the costumes. I felt bad for poor little Mackenzie having to like be in both group numbers. I was like, she's probably tired at this point. I don't want her to like break an ankle or something.
Right.
But the makeup was too much. I just thought it was very kind of like drag queenish, way too much makeup. It's just unnecessary stuff.
I spent the whole time watching
You're-
that wondering what Candice was going to say about those outfits.
Not my daughter!
Although JoJo pulled off a very nice little mini Christina Aguilera.
Yes.
I mean, that was
She
spot
was
on.
giving ex-Tina.
She was,
Yeah.
yeah. But she's a great performer, just as a whole. And then I was distracted by the different heights, like with Nia being taller, and it just wasn't a cohesive group. But
Yeah.
I felt like Nia was giving it her all, and so was Kendall. But then a couple of times I felt like they looked uncomfortable too.
I really
Yeah.
thought that JoJo and Kendall kind of stole the show on this one. When they gave that up close of Kendall, she was really working the face and the
yeah.
attitude, and we don't always see that from her, and I just love her.
You got to have that sass.
Well, yeah, but the costumes were so distracting. I feel like when I started watching this show, I had a problem with everything they wore, and then I just got used to it. But this was a real like
Like
a little, it was a
bad.
little prostitute for me.
Yeah,
you know?
especially because they're all so little. You know, they're so little, and then I didn't like how. I mean, and I know you choose black shoes or tan shoes for the costume, but those didn't match, and I felt like it was too tan tights and too black tights and too much hair, and it's just a little bit pushing the envelope too much.
Yes.
I don't care if it's in LA or not. Like, it's not.
I mean, I
appropriate.
I wanted to like it because it was very fun and very sassy, but I thought that it could have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Abby sends them off with, will we be winners or losers after they perform, before they go out for the awards, which was pretty harsh, Tony?
They haven't been having a good time in LA. LA has not treated them well.
No, they seem to be
Except
unraveling
Maddie.
a little bit.
Maddie is all about LA. This ain't her first time at the rodeo.
She could be here by herself. She would be just fine.
She'll be just fine. She'll be like, hello, see ya? Yes.
So
Tell Alicia I said hi.
Take me on the red carpet, girl.
Yes.
So our results for the competition, we've got JoJo and Mackenzie. They came in 4th place. Kalani and Sarah, I could not believe this.
That was a shock.
That was a shock. They did not place.
Yeah.
So
I thought that was, that was
yeah.
Questionable, right?
very.
Did you see anything during their dance that would lead you to think, hey, maybe they're not going to take this away?
I mean, I always get nervous when they start with 5th on the show,
Right.
or when they start lower than that, because you know that the results are not going to be great. But I thought for sure that they were going to place at least
Yeah.
like 3rd or 2nd or something.
Yeah, that blew my
If not
mind.
first.
It really did. It was,
Yeah. It was sad times.
So the Sad Clown Dance, No Laughing Matter, came in 4th place, and then the Mulan wasn't there either.
Well,
Nothing.
Yeah.
Man, and I felt like a real traitor because I liked the Sad Clown Dance better. And I want to like the original girls. I want to back up Kendall and
Yeah,
Mia. And,
I know I did too. I was
know.
like, oh, they should have had that.
And they are not used to not winning. I mean,
No.
if I took it that hard,
Yeah.
if I was that
We took
shocked,
it
imagine
hard
how
on
they
our
felt.
couches.
Yeah.
They must have really taken it hard.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then Abby, we're back in the dressing room. Abby says we blew it, and
She doesn't seem that surprised though.
yeah, she wasn't like crazy,
No.
upset. Kira pipes in with an interesting comment. I thought that was really good for Kalani. So that was interesting. It was good to come in like 4th place.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. So, and the episode ends with who's going to Pittsburgh and who's not going to Pittsburgh. So Bryn and JoJo are going, and Sarah got let go because she's too old. And I was so sad for her. She, it showed her you know, just being so sad, my heart went out to her, and she was really hoping for that. And, you know, she's like such a diligent dancer and beautiful girl. I just was like, oh,
it obviously
that's
means so much to
Yeah.
her. Like Abby said, you can see it in her face. She wants to be there and she wants to do everything Abby says, and she's totally cool with whatever, doing whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, she just seemed so upset by it. And I was kind of surprised that Abby decided to take Bryn instead of Sarah. I thought that Bryn would be out for sure. She's just so small and doesn't quite seem like she can keep up. But I guess that's what Abby wants, is someone that she can train. Yeah.
She wants somebody with potential, somebody she can kind of bring up the ladder.
Yeah.
And so it kind of, at the end, Abby says that it's the mom's fault. It's the mom's fault that they didn't do so well. Because and honestly, like, it could be some of the mom's fault because they have so much drama and so much negativity. I mean, it would be really hard to pay attention and to concentrate with all that going on.
Yeah, Abby said they've humiliated themselves and her and the kids, and I kind of agree with that.
I always wish we could see the other dances.
I know.
That would be fun.
Well, Abby made that point, kind of the snarky, throw it in of like, don't be Christy.
Yes, she did.
You know, and I thought that was a zing.
That was a zing. And she says things will definitely be changing back in Pittsburgh.
And she hasn't forgotten what happened.
No.
At the music video shoot.
But I think I would be interested to see if Kendall and Jill are rewarded back in Pittsburgh for siding with Abby, if Kendall gets a solo out of that, or if she gets, you know, anything out of that for siding with her. You know, we'll see if it works out or if it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else on the episode?
That's it. That's all I got. That's the end of my page.
Okay, let's go into predictions.
Oh, no news and gossip?
No.
Now,
Predictions?
your AfterBuzz TV.
Okay, we'll do that next.
First.
I do want to give a little shout out to Anna Lewinsky, I think that's how you pronounce it, who tweeted me and said that, I'm sorry to make it all about me, but she said, I was so excited to see you on AfterBuzz Reclap for Dance Moms. Please stay on the panel. Hi, Anna.
We agree with you, Anna.
That's nice.
Okay.
Love. So what do you guys think are going to be the consequences for the girls when they get back to Pittsburgh?
Well, I think that Kalani's going to get pulled from the group number.
I think maybe they were trying to make it look that way, but I think maybe it'll be somebody else who's pulled from the group number. Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, hopefully Kalani gets a solo and she can bang out of first place.
My prediction is that there's going to be more drama between the moms and Abby.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Yep.
More,
could happen.
really? More drama? Man.
We won't love it or anything.
I know.
When it does happen.
Just when I
gonna
think
happen.
they can't come up with like anything else,
Nope.
they do that darn Mr. Collins.
It's going to be more drama
Definitely
between
weren't
them.
expecting credit card fraud out of this one.
I
so
know.
Who knows what we're going to get next week?
You just watch.
Man.
You just
That
watch.
was like the lowest of the low.
Yeah, that's below the belt.
Yeah, all right, let's move on to our news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, we've got some news and gossip dealing with Chloe.
Oh, yes. Chloe landed a spot in a music video. We are all familiar with the song Fool Me Once. We saw Kendall and Maddie perform it last season, and Chloe got a starring role in the music video. This is a song by an artist called Jess Godwin. It's a beautiful song. I just love it. And Chloe is gorgeous in the video. It's only been out. It came out yesterday and already has over 100,000 views.
Oh, wow.
Chloe has a really great little behind the scenes video on her YouTube channel from when they
Yeah.
shot it. That's really cool. So you guys definitely have to go and check that out. And I want to thank Maybelline for her tweet about that one. Also, Chloe not the only one getting some opportunities. Nia's song Star in Your Own Life, which we saw all the drama happen with Aubrey O'Day over, will be coming out on iTunes next Tuesday. No word on when the video will hit yet, but we've
Okay.
got that. And of course, the show has been nominated for a Kids' Choice Award for Best Reality TV Series. And the big fan, Emily Gabriel, is extra excited about that. So thanks for tweeting me, Emily.
Yay.
Hey, that's very
Yeah.
exciting. Do you have anything?
Well, maybe a little announcement.
Yeah. Ooh, dun dun dun. What do we have?
Let all.
So it looks like I will be joining the ALDC Down Under on their Australian tour, as I will be hosting their dance competition in Australia.
That is
That's so
exciting. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
You're
So
gonna get so much juicy dish for us.
I know. I have to admit I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to Australia, so that should be fun.
You got your passport ready?
Got my passport ready, got my ETA. So Australian fans, if you are planning to come to Abby Lee Miller's or the Abby Lee Dance Company showcase and dance competitions, you will see me there.
Look for this
Yes.
space. Have you been to Australia before?
I haven't.
No.
That'll be
Oh,
exciting.
You know why I haven't gone to Australia? That 14-hour flight.
Yeah,
Right,
and you're
yeah.
tall.
Right,
You're
yeah.
gonna be cramped.
Yeah,
You better
yeah.
you better bring a sleeping pill.
I keep hoping that like they have the beds.
You have to pay extra for those. Those are up in business class.
I'm gonna sneak into business class. I'm gonna be like Kristen Wiig and Bridesmaids.
You know, Tony, something tells me that you're probably not going to be able to sneak around too much being you're so
I
tall.
know.
And handsome.
Especially amongst all those
Oh,
little
thank
girls.
you. Well, you know, I'm gonna put glasses on and just be like, I'm with them. And see how that happens. See how that works.
Oh, I love that. Well, congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations. All right. I think we're done.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, I don't have any major big hosting gigs to tell anybody about, so
Well, not yet.
not
Not
yet.
yet.
Yeah. They are coming down the pipe because we are positive, positive, positive.
Yay! We are Jesselyn up in here.
Yeah.
But you can tell everyone where they can find you.
Mama
Oh, well,
Jesselyn.
everybody, please tweet me at Christy Reports and, tell me what I said that was wrong.
And of course, you guys can find me on all social media platforms: Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Lounging with Tony, or on my website, loungingwithtony.com.
Yay! And you can find me at, tweet me at Candice_Camacho. You could always subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's New Mom, New Wife, New Life. Thanks so much for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Check us out on iTunes and SoundCloud. Leave a comment below, tweet us, and we'll see you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.